next guest is an Emmy-winning, Grammy-nominated comedian, director, and writer. You know from his work on Saturday Night Live and MacGruber as 1/3 of The Lonely Island, as 1/4 of The Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast. His new movie, Over Your Dead Body, is in theaters Friday. Let's take a look.
What gives you the right?
What gives you the right, Dan? Ew. Okay.
Please welcome back to the show our very good friend, Yorma Dakota! What's up, Yorm?
Hi, Seth.
You brought me a burrito.
I did, but
You
I'm
know-
not burrito brained. Promise.
Sometimes, we've learned from the podcast that sometimes when you have too much burrito, you get bad at answering questions.
Yeah.
But you decided to risk it.
had a full one actually, so we'll see what happens.
I saw you Tuesday this week.
Yeah.
For the first time since you had a very traumatic thing happen.
Yeah.
I mean, all joking aside, we were all very worried. Tell everybody what happened to you 8 months ago.
Okay, this is almost exactly 8 months. On Friday, when Over Your Dead Body comes out, April 24th, it will be exactly 8 months since I fell off a ladder about 15 feet. I would say like so right about
Yeah.
there. Yeah, thank you. And I shattered my pelvis, like it was described as exploded. By
when
our
a doctor says exploded,
that's what he said.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
and that's like bad.
Yeah,
Because
real
he's
bad.
like, I tried to come up with a bunch of other words. Like if I settled on exploded because nothing else came close.
What's funny is that like on the other side it was just regular break, so that was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. When that's the good news.
That was the good news. I shattered my sacrum as well. Pelvis on this side just detached from my spine. I'm getting a lot of good reactions here. This is the best.
Yeah. I should
and,
have told them without you knowing, just applaud after everything you say.
All right, exploded. I really could have died. We didn't even realize how dangerous it was.
Well, so this gives you one sense of it. So you were hanging lights on this barn.
Yes, and the reason I wanted to show this picture is because look at how nice the lights
Yeah.
look. I mean, like, come on, that's
Wouldn't you explode a pelvis for this? Now here's the one you sent us this, and this is when, especially because of like where the basketball hoop is. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely was like, oh, I cannot.
It's even
I'm
scary.
so happy you are alive.
Yeah.
Because that is when you think of that fall.
Okay, so this was like a picture that was taken in my phone, and then the very next photo. So this is one photo in my phone, and then the very next photo is this photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, Andy, Akiva, and I remarked all the time that, not that we would wish this upon you, but among the four of us, you are the most wired for a positive recovery. You have, like, I say this as a huge compliment. Like, you immediately had sort of an optimism and, I wouldn't say you were joking about it, but then you would always remind us that you were on a ton of painkillers.
A ton of painkillers, and still am. To be fair, I mean, like I was on the pod like 2 days after we. Were,
We we're like, well, we're obviously gonna have to cancel the pod. And then like a day later, you're like, I think I can make it.
This is Seth's impression of me, and I don't know if I like it.
I'm a little bummed because I will say you talked like this more when we met, and I'm realizing you don't talk like it anymore.
It's fine. Yeah.
I think
it's
like,
actually.
that's the sound you made when you fell off the ladder. Like,
It's more the core of my being.
It's the core of your being.
Yeah.
Some people, you did make some purchases on painkillers.
Okay.
You do blame this on, because I will just say real quick, you bought dumb even before you fell off ladders.
Yeah, big time.
So, but you're gonna blame this one on the painkillers?
Let's go with that.
Okay, so tell it real quick.
Okay, so this is also like 2 days after I have the surgery.
They say that's when you buy.
Yeah. So I got on Craigslist, which is where you buy cars.
Yeah.
You
went to the portal is Craigslist/Hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. So I was into key trucks. I don't know if you know what a key truck is.
I don't.
It's a Japanese work van.
Okay.
Which is like a dinky little. It's like a two-seater
Yep.
right-hand drive. And so of course I was like, well, I'll get one of those, like a right-hand drive
Yeah.
car, you know. And so I talked to this woman from Japan who was importing cars. I I buy this car. The funniest part of the story.
Why
is,
didn't like people take away your like computer or your
That's
phone?
a really good
yeah,
question.
Yeah, okay.
Like, why do they even give me a computer?
No, I know,
Honestly.
yeah.
Yeah. So I purchased this car. It gets delivered to New Haven, like where I'm at. And
To the hospital.
well, here's what happened: is that I met an orderly named Raniel. Hi,
Okay.
Raniel. And I was like, well, what do you do when you're off time? You're not just like taking my temperature every day. And he was like, yeah, I wrap cars. And I was like, that's great.
So
'cause,
wrapping
like,
cars is like designing the outside of
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So
Don't act like we all know what you're into.
you guys don't know that?
You guys don't wrap right-handed Japanese cars? Dinky vans, keys, come on. Who are you dudes?
So I got it wrapped with Raniel. It was getting delivered to Raniel's like shop that he was.
So this is what it looks like after Raniel wrapped your dinky van.
Yep. Yeah, it's looking good. My son was like, it needs a dragon. And I was like, so this is an original. My friend Olney designed this.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And the funny part is that as it was being delivered, I was trying to pay the guy who was delivering it from Pennsylvania. I was like getting his Zelle information, but I was also getting an enema
Okay.
while it was happening from my hospital bed. And I was like, oh wait, hold on, just 1 second. I just need to get. And I was like, you know what? I gotta go. So yeah, that makes
I
sense.
mean, who among us hasn't had that happen while buying our wrapped Japanese van? All right, I have a ton of questions about your fantastic movie. We'll be right back with more from Yorma. Welcome back to Late Night, everybody. We're here with Yorma Taccone. You got a fantastic movie. It won the Audience Award at South by Southwest.
did.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
a
Thank you guys.
it's a very funny movie. It is a very violent movie.
It really
It's
is.
scary at times.
Yeah.
And it's kind of unlike anything I've seen recently. So just bravo. It's so well done.
Thank you.
It's based on a Norwegian film.
Yes.
And were you a fan of the Norwegian film?
Hugely, which is really scary to like even want to make a remake to begin with, but like to also be a fan of the original. What I loved about the original, though, is that the structure of it is so surprising. I mean, you saw it. It's
Yep.
like it's, and it goes places that you don't expect. And as audience members these days, like knowing so well like how you think a story is going to move, it's really nice to see something that's sort of surprising.
How much of the plot are you comfortable saying based on the clip we've shown? It's about a married couple.
Yeah.
And they each have plans over the course of a weekend.
Yes, it's Jason Segel and Samara Weaving, and they and they have conflicting plans
Yep.
to kill each other.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's
so
relatable. It's
yeah.
It's pretty relatable.
So that's ultimately what they're up against, and then hijinks ensue
Yes,
once
and
they
then-
decide to kill each other.
Yes. It's I've been saying it's like almost 3 movies in one. It sort of goes from like thriller, suspense kind of thing into almost like a, not to ruin anything, but like a home invasion thing into like an action movie.
Yeah.
So, like it just goes tons of different places.
It takes place in upstate New York, and yet you filmed it in Finland.
Yes.
Is it harder to get actors to agree to do a film when they have to go to Finland?
When the other option was Winnipeg, and
Yeah.
so like I think that it was a little easier.
Yeah.
in convincing them. Nothing wrong with Winnipeg.
No, you already
I know
stepped in
that
it,
there's
buddy.
a big
Good luck with your future in
lot
Winnipeg.
of your audiences in Winnipeg. But yeah, so it was a cabin on a lake. Finland has I think 17,000 lakes and beautiful cabins everywhere. Like almost everybody has like their own little like family cabin there. So
You learned some pretty cool Finnish, I should say. You learned a little bit of the language.
You're gonna-
People were enthusiastic to tell you.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna talk about this.
Well,
So my name is Finnish, right?
okay,
And-
Jorma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jorma is how you pronounce it, apparently.
Yeah. But it's accidentally Finnish, right? Your parents didn't give you a Finnish name, right?
Well, they gave me a Finnish name, but I was named after a guitarist from the Jefferson Airplane. It's a 1960s psychedelic rock band.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I can sing it, but like, don't you want somebody to love?
You can't.
You can't sing it. Okay, just bleep all that.
Oh, you thought you didn't know if you could legally sing it,
Yeah.
and I was saying I didn't think. I was saying technically, I don't feel like that's in your register.
Yeah. Got
You can
it.
go
No, I got
legally
it.
go
Yeah.
crazy. They're not gonna think it's their song.
Got it.
By the way, when you name your son after the guitarist in Jefferson Airplane, he buys this.
I do think you sort of become your name, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely weirder for it. So I met quite a few people, like my first week that I was there, and they were very excited to meet me, and that they thought it was very funny that my name was Jorma.
Spelled the same way?
Jorma, yes.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
it's a Finnish name. So I. And I was like, what's so funny? And they were like, oh, well now, Jorma means like, how to put this? Like a really, really large penis.
Okay.
Basically. Like, and I had
that's
people
like-
act it out. Like they were like, it's like a veiny, like it was like a, two people
Acted it out?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny that you'd be like, I don't know what you mean, big penis. I need more information. They're like, oh, cool, let me use my arm.
Yeah, what's really funny.
Why did it become a recent slang?
I have no idea. I'm not Finnish, man.
Yeah, but dude, you were talking to a dude who had his arm out. You didn't want to ask a follow-up?
I will tell you this. Last year in Finland, 0 people named their son Jorma.
Really?
Yeah. Not a popular name anymore.
Wow, it went, yeah, the bottom fell out.
You know what's really funny is that I told my dad this story too.
Yeah?
I was like, you know, my name means, but he was like, I didn't know that. And I was like, yeah, yeah. I didn't figure you'd find out.
didn't
And they
think
were
you
like,
did.
Yeah, let's full steam ahead.
I like that he was just like, we've been waiting for you to find out. We thought it would be easier if it came from a man at a bar.
On shrooms. Yeah.
When you also have a very exciting thing coming up. You're throwing out the first pitch at a Mets game.
Oh my gosh.
When are you
yes.
doing that?
That's tomorrow, guys.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
When?
From falling off a ladder to
From falling off a ladder, from
Yeah.
being on the mound. When is the last time you threw a baseball 60 feet and 6 inches?
You know what's really funny is that the moment that it was told to me that I was going to be able to do this, I was like, that's awesome. And then I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
very excited.
Never, I think.
I'm
is
very
the-
excited.
Yeah, thank you.
You're just gonna let it rip, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta let it rip.
Yeah, you know me, I go hard.
Yeah, you're like, hey, what's up? I'm Jorma. You know what it means.
There's you know Diaz, who like was their relief
Yeah,
pitcher
yeah,
for
yeah.
life. Like he had a song that was this Timmy trumpet
Sure.
song. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, da. I can sing that one. Jesus. But I was like, maybe that should be my walkout music
Oh
to
my God.
really let people down.
That'd be very funny.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
It's gonna be a turtleneck and chain. I think.
All right, I can't wait. Buddy, I love you so much. The
I
movie's
love you.
fantastic. Everybody's got to check it out. It's so funny. It's so good. You guys, this is Jorma Taccone. Over Your Dead Bodies in theaters Friday. We'll be right back.